Canadian tech darling Wattpad has been sold to South Korea's Naver for $600 million US. It is the culmination of decades of work of our next guest. This is Allen Lau, the CEO and co-founder of Wattpad. Allen, thank you so much for being with us, and congratulations on such a monumental exit. And I know we're going to talk about that, but I remember having you on the channel years ago just trying to explain Wattpad is the YouTube of stories. It's grown into so much more than that, with user-generated content becoming feature films and movies. How do you feel today?
It's a very, very important milestone. I would even say this is the most important milestone in the history of the company. Today's announcement is all about growth, accelerating our growth, and take the business to the next level.
We're going to talk about how this deal came about, but I remember hearing stories, tales about you trying to get those initial rounds of funding, Union Square being a huge major name in the beginning. And is it true you camped out in front of the office until they gave you a meeting?
Not Union Square, but definitely came out a few times in front of the venture capitalist's office to get the attention and take the meeting. I hope they took the meeting with me. And fundraising has never been easy, but there were ups and downs and roller coaster ride. But so glad that we have all the amazing investors from Union Square Ventures. Back of so many global internet companies, Closer Ventures and Yahoo co-founder Jerry Yang, and all-star list of investors supporting us in the past decade.
Allen, it's John Ehrlichman, and what a difference a few years can make. You go from, to Amber's point, knocking on those doors to people knocking on your doors. And obviously we've been reporting on how all of this came together. There were companies that were quite interested in your story. So behind the scenes these last few months, you guys have been navigating through all of that. What did that mean for you? I mean, someone approaches you, starts talking with you. This is your baby. You have to think about its future. What was going through your mind during these last few months?
Yeah, the most important thing we have to remember, this transaction is all about accelerating our growth and taking the business to the next level. While I would not comment on the specifics of the process, one thing that I definitely want to mention is the Naver, acquiring Naver as Korea's largest internet company, and definitely the world's one of the world's largest internet companies. One of the divisions, Webtoon, is world-leading digital comic publisher, and combining with Wattpad, we are the leading social storytelling company. And the combination in one stroke, overnight, we almost double our user base to 160 million monthly users. And as a multi-platform entertainment company, the platforms on our entertainment ecosystem now overnight includes comics and animation. So the business is accelerating. So one thing we have to remember that selling and acceleration in the business and continuing, they are not mutually exclusive.
Yeah, and interesting, you mentioned Jerry Yang, the co-founder of Yahoo. Some people have talked about Naver being like a company not unlike Yahoo in those early days and the growth that they are seeing. Given the growth that you are dealing with, though, I'm sure a lot of people wonder how close you ever got to something like an IPO. I mean, it's no secret we've got tech companies across this country that are going down that road. Did you have to think about, how serious did you ever get on the idea of going public?
Yeah, well, we are a fast-growing company. We have been talking to investors and the investment community constantly. So this is definitely something we looked at. But at the same time, again, our number one goal is to continue to accelerate the business. And overnight, instantly our user base has doubled. The number of platforms that we are on is massively increasing, not just TV, film, and books. We also include comics and animation now. So that acceleration is extremely attractive to us. And with the massive backing of one of the largest internet companies in the world, it's also a very attractive option to us.
One can't help, though, Alan, feel perhaps a little bit sad that this Canadian tech startup and darling, and now you've grown into a global powerhouse, is now being taken over by a foreign company. What do you say to those who fear, the hollowing out of Canada's tech and innovation sector?
Yeah, one thing we have to remember, Wattpad will continue to operate independently, and Wattpad will absolutely remain in Canada. And once again, the reason is all about growth. So the outcome, I believe, is good for Wattpad, good for our creators community, and of course good for Canada as well, because now we have the massive backing of one of the largest internet companies. We can grow even faster, and our headquarters will of course remain in Canada, so it will only bring more jobs to Canada.
So you're expecting more hiring, more expansion right in the Canadian market as you see most of your growth outside of Canada?
Yeah, we are a global multi-platform entertainment company, so we'll continue to grow our business, not just in Canada, but in 5 continents on this planet. We already have over 90 movies and film and TV projects around the world. We have book publishing, not just in Canada, but also around the world. So we'll continue to grow the team, we'll continue to grow the company, we'll continue to base in Canada, and that's why it's great for everyone here.
It doesn't sound like you're retiring anytime soon.
No, not at all. I'm not done yet. In fact, I would even say today is season 2, episode 1 of the Wattpad story. The season 2 is going to be more amazing than season 1.